Hi guys, how are you? I hope you are all well. Today's my topic of discussion is about the frontal lobe of the brain. Guys, there are four to five lobes of the brain. First lobe is frontal, parietal, then occipital, then temporal, and there is also a lobe which is present deep in the temporal lobe. So today my video's concern is about the frontal lobe. So I have to draw it and tells you the boundaries of the frontal lobe, and then I also explain the physiologically functional part of the frontal lobe and their names also. So first I draw the brain. This is our hemispheres of the brain. Okay, I draw the lateral view. Okay, so first structure is here. This is the central sulcus of the brain. Central sulcus of the brain. First structure I draw. This is the central sulcus of the brain. Okay. Second structure, which is divided the frontal lobe to the temporal lobe, is lateral sulcus. This is the lateral sulcus of the brain. Last is there is a parieto-occipital sulcus which is present posterior to the parietal lobe and anterior to the occipital lobe. So these are the divisions of the brain. Okay, divisions of the one hemisphere and similar to the other hemisphere, also same division. So today's my topic of concern is about this area. I can change the color. This area. What is this area and what are the functional anatomy of this area? So I'm gonna explain you the functional anatomy of this area. So the this is the central sulcus. Okay guys, this is the central sulcus. Anterior to the central sulcus there is an area which is called precentral gyrus. This all area is precentral gyrus. His primary function is control the voluntary movements. Voluntary are those movements which are controlled, like skeleton movement. I take the pen. This is the voluntary movement. So voluntary movement controlled by premotor area. This is the precentral gyrus is the name of this area, and functionally this is premotor area. Anterior to premotor area there are two areas. One is this and second one is inferior to it. So this is two areas anterior to precentral gyrus. So the first area, this area is, what is the name of this area? This area is collectively we say this area is motor association area. If I talk about both areas, there is superior and inferior areas. If I talk about separately, this is supplementary area. Okay, this is supplementary area, and the second one is, this is the frontal area, prefrontal gyrus, primary motor area. This is the supplementary area and premotor area. This green one is premotor area. Okay, so anterior to these areas there is another area which is here. This is the frontal eye field. Okay, frontal eye field area. Our eyes are controlled by this area of the brain in the frontal lobe. Okay, and anterior to this there is another area. Okay, this major area, this is the prefrontal cortex. This area is very complex. This is the prefrontal cortex. So all these area, and there's another one area which I highlighted here. This area, this area is the Broca area. Okay, this area name is Broca area of the brain in the frontal lobe. Okay, so these are the parts of the frontal lobe according to functional anatomy. Okay, so I tell you a little bit function related to that. Okay, so first one is, What is this area? This area is premotor area. Its function is voluntary control of the muscles. Okay, voluntary control. I take the pen. This is the voluntary control. I move from one place to other place through muscles. This is the voluntary control. Okay, this is the function of first one, this area. And second one, there is a supplementary area and there is a premotor area. Collectively, supplementary area and premotor area. Supplementary area and premotor. This area is for planning, sequence and execution of the movement. How you plan the movement, how you move. So planning, sequence and execution of the movement is controlled by these two areas, supplementary area and which one is a premotor area. Okay, premotor area, this second and this third. Okay, now there is another area which is the fourth one. Fourth area is frontal eye field, which basically control the eye movement. Okay, which basically control the voluntary rapid eye movement. Okay, this is the uh, frontal eye field area. Okay, and anterior to the frontal eye field area and little bit inferior to the frontal eye field area, this is the major area of the prefrontal area. This name is prefrontal area. This control the memory, learning, motor planning, like this type of movements, and also it includes the personality and behavior. This is the fifth one. Control the memory, okay, control the personality, behavior, like this type of control is controlled by this area. This is the prefrontal cortex. Okay, and last one, this area number sixth area. Okay, number sixth area is the Broca area. One very funny thing about Broca area is the Broca area are dominant. For example, I am a right hand person and my Broca area of the left side of the brain is dominant. So my right hand is controlled by the Broca area of the left hemispheres of the brain. So okay, so there is also another function of the Broca area. It controls the muscles of the speech. Okay, number 6 is the Broca area and it controls the muscle of the speech. So guys, this is all about the frontal lobe. Okay, I tell you the little bit anatomy. This is the functional anatomy. Okay, and they also, you know, the borders of the frontal lobe. Borders of the frontal lobe, guys, I tell you firstly, this is the central sulcus. This is the central sulcus. Okay, this is the lateral sulcus. Okay, frontal lobe posteriorly side. Posterior to the frontal lobe there is a central sulcus, and posteriorly but inferiorly there is a lateral sulcus, and anteriorly what's present in the anteriorly, all this is all the boundary of the frontal bone of the skeleton. Okay, so these are all areas of the frontal lobe and its functional anatomy. So guys, I hope you understand with my video. Please kindly make the notes of this video. I explain parts of the frontal lobe. So guys, be happy. Please like, share and subscribe it, and also share my video for knowledge, not for only just for subscriber, like share it, not just for the knowledge. You gain the knowledge from my video, and this is very important video. If you wanna be a neurologist in future, it's a very basic video about the frontal lobe. Guys, in the next video I talk to you about the parietal lobe, functional anatomy of the parietal lobe, their boundaries. Okay, so guys, goodbye, take care.